I was lying in the high grass with my rifle close by when above me thunder growled threateningly. Thick clouds darkened the sky, and although I was exhausted beyond imagination, the constant unrest and vigilance made sleeping an impossible task. A brisk wind flattened the grass. Cautiously I looked around for any enemies. I was not eager to be discovered before discovering. My watchful gaze was what the camp depended upon in these late noon hours, but there was not a soul around. I was alone. Feeling the dampness from beneath soak my grey uniform, I buttoned it up to the chin. Guarding the camp was considered a tiring task by many. One could not move too much and had to stay silent and hidden. All concentration was needed to detect potential Yankees. I didn't mind it. The task gave the opportunity to listen to the calm sounds of nature. No guns, no other people, no barked orders. Just peace, or the illusion of peace. It was something I missed from my farm. I longed to be back home, working the field while following my own thoughts. Coming home after a hard day, being greeted by my wife and son was another thing I missed. I missed so many things. The war had seemed heroic at first, and even if I still believe in the righteousness of the cause, I have learned that this life is full of deprivations. It is lonely, and yet there is a brothership I have never experienced before. War is a good teacher as much as it is an unnecessarily cruel master. The rustle of footfalls ripped me out of my musings. Slowly, very slowly, I raised my head to peek over the grass. There, 20, perhaps 30 feet away, was a man clad in blue. He seemed a bit disoriented, searching for something. I reached for my rifle to assure me that it was cocked and ready for use. The soldier was holding his own gun in a pose that suggested utter awareness of nearby enemies. If he was to discover me, I would not be quick enough to defend myself. A decision had to be made. Either I shoot the man, thus removing any risk of my and, more importantly, the camp's exposure, or I would do nothing and hope for the man to return empty-handed. Situations like these made me wish even more this damn war would never have happened. Why did they have to invade us? What did we ever do wrong? Countless men would suffer because of this. I just didn't know who was the one enduring more, the ones killing or killed. Forcefully I silenced my thoughts, turning back to the task at hand. My rifle, the soldier, the danger of discovery. I know I had never shot at someone with certainty of killing them. There had been a few skirmishes and battles, but none of them had been much hand-to-hand. No locking eyes, no bayonets. Just bullets and cannons, and smoke. An awful lot of smoke, together with the deafening roars and cracks. This man in front of me, on the other hand, was different. I was sure to kill him with my own hands. I had to kill him with my own hands in order to protect my home. Still, the crippling feeling of injustice creeped into my soul. If he would have been born further south, if I would have been born further north, we could have been comrades. Heavy drops of rain started falling. Soon my uniform would be muddy if I did not get up and to a tree. With shock, I observed how the other soldier had come closer, still cautiously looking around and scouting the area. Without a noise, I peered along the barrel through the wet blades of grass. A knot formed in my stomach, but I didn't have to think of my victim's private life. I shouldn't allow myself to. It made things unnecessarily painful and brought lingering memories. A loud crack followed the motion of my finger. The enemy soldier dropped dead, without a word. A bitter taste contaminated my tongue. When it was time for another man to take over, I quickly examined the dead man's pockets, the bit of money I kept for myself, the letter from home with his name I needed to send a similar one. He might have been my enemy, but his family deserved closure. War is a teacher. The longer we wage it, the more we learn. Today I learned to kill without remorse, to lock away my humanity in order to protect myself. but more importantly to protect my folks, my home. I guess the sin of killing is the price we have to pay for the protection of our home. And the memory of the faces is the price for killing them.